God damn. I didn't realize you were so jacked.
Cheers, man. How
Yo,
you doing?
yeah, I'm good, and you?
I'm amazing. I just woke up and I hit 100 subs, and my maths lesson got called off.
Oh, sweet, bro.
Yeah,
Congratulations,
yeah,
man. First
yeah.
100
Thanks.
subscribers.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
jump right
I'm happy,
in.
man.
Let's jump in. I'm going to ask you some questions about Adonis School. Let's do this. First
Let's do
question.
it.
What was your life like before you joined Adonis School?
Before Adonis school, I probably hit the lowest point in my life. I had my friends basically just like kick me out their mate group because I didn't want to drink and I didn't want to see them because I was trying to work on myself. Um, and then about a month later, I had my girlfriend break up with me. And that definitely left me in the worst point of my life. Like I had nights where I couldn't sleep. So I just have to stay up all night, just trying to work on myself. But as soon as I joined Adonis School, it's like now I know the trajectory. I know what I should be doing every day. And I feel like my life is massively back on track now.
Mm, that's crazy. So why did your friend group like split up with you?
I would say the thing that caused it, like the camel that broke the straw's back,
Mm,
was probably one night we all came together as a mate group to watch some football. And I'm not into drinking. I don't drink. And I didn't know they were going to be drinking. So I kind of just sit at the side, just kind of like still laughing with them, but I didn't want to drink. And I don't think they really liked that. Um, but it had been collectively over like maybe a month of me like deciding not to go see them on a weekend and instead like just staying at home and doing my own thing.
mm. Do you reckon there was any coincidence that was near the time that your girl split up with you as well?
I wouldn't say it had anything to do with my girl breaking up with me.
Yeah. Because what just came to my mind is if you have, you have friends who drop out or you have a girl who leaves. But when there's quite a few people who kind of disappear from your life near the same time, usually that means you're going through quite a rapid change, whether for better or for worse. And for you, it sounds like it's better if you weren't drinking. If you don't mind me asking, why did you and your girl split up?
So I'm sure you did see my post earlier, but I'll repeat for the audience now. Basically, I'd gone on a family holiday to America, and on the first day I'd landed, I found out from someone else that my ex-girlfriend had been drinking, and I did get a little bit emotional, and I got quite annoyed, to be honest. I was like, "Why are you drinking? Why are you drinking around other guys?"
Mm.
Because it
Was
was a
very
big
good.
surprise to
Was
me.
it, she was going out to like a club, was it? Or
Not club. Well, I'm only 16, so like 16-year-olds don't really do that, but it's just like going out random places in public and
yeah,
just like
culture.
collecting in on a yeah. Um
They do that around
so
my house back in UK, bro. There's always a group of 16-year-olds just on the piss on like the field where I go for a walk, and there's like
yeah.
tons of bottles on the floor.
But it's always like nice places in nature, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Because we have the town I live in is really nice, and like everyone just goes there to drink and smashes bottles and
yeah,
shit like that.
yeah. So she was doing that, was she, whilst in a relationship with you?
Yeah, without even telling me, but
Yeah.
it was a big surprise to me because I thought, oh, this girl doesn't do stuff like that. She's not into that, and she wasn't until that point. So that's why, yeah, it was a big surprise. And then when I called her to ask her why, she was like, oh, I actually quite enjoy that stuff now. You know that feeling you get in your chest when like your chest just you feel your heart sink. It's like I was like, ah, oh, this isn't the right girl anymore. Um, so the reason I say like if someone just asks quickly, it's just oh we changed as people, but I guess that's the reason because I kind of had a standard where I didn't want her drinking around other dudes,
Mm,
but she just wanted to go and do that.
mm. If you were still in your old friendship group and you spoke to them about this, what do you think they would have said?
The breakup with my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend.
Let's say before that point, let's say as soon as you heard she was drinking, and imagine you called them or you wrote in a group chat like, "Oh boys, like this is what happened. Like, what do you guys think? Am I overreacting?" Do you think they maybe would have sided with her because they're kind of in the drinking culture as well?
I didn't ask them because I'm all right with them now. Like I'm chill with them now. I'll talk to them in school. But at the time of the breakup, I have some mates who I'm like gym friends with. So I'll really only see them at the gym. And they're really sound people, really respectable people. And so I didn't ask my old friends because that was the phase I wasn't really talking to them. But the people at the gym I talked to, they kind of agreed with me, like, yeah, that was the right thing to do. I mean, I had like three of the dudes say, like, yeah, you dodged a bullet with that one, bro. Don't worry.
Mm. Yeah, that must have helped moving on then.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so before you joined Adonis school, you found that the closest friendship group that you did have, you didn't really mix with them anymore. The girl you had, you didn't weren't really compatible with her anymore. And so now, what's your life like after Adonis school?
Well, I definitely have a purpose now. Like, I can see it. And it's really nice having, I've already made a few friends, but one of them called Matthew, he's like exactly like me. He's a bit older, but he's like exactly like me. Like he day trades. He used to work in a butcher's like I do. Like, and he gives me really good advice, which it's just nice to have someone like that around.
Mm, that's gonna feel so good then.
Yeah, it feels amazing.
Because I know how it is, bro. Because I'm from the UK as well, and I got to, I think it was like 17, 18 years old, and or let's say about 19, and yeah, like I couldn't really be friends with like my high school friends anymore, and I had no one else, and so I was like terribly lonely. Like, I think you've got like online school now, do you? Or
No, I go into school.
right, you're in. Yeah. So when I went to college, that's at age 18. I didn't want to interact with like the old guys, the ones who would like drink beer and play video games and like shout at each other on Skype or Discord or whatever. And so when I stopped being friends with them because I got onto this path instead, I had no one, bro. I was so fucking lonely. I'd go to college and we have like free periods where you don't have like a lesson, so you can do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
that's what I have right now. That's why
Yeah.
I'm back home.
And so in my free period, I had no friends that I felt like it was too embarrassing for me to like stay there. So I would literally just like cycle around, like I just like ride my little bicycle around like the area if I had
Yeah,
any.
I just be doing laps of the school.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
didn't want to be seen like in a set by myself as if like people are gonna be judging me. But
Yeah.
this was like, this was back in my day, right? This was like 10 years ago. Not many guys like my age were going to the gym or had seen anything like this before. I was literally the only guy. Maybe there's like, a couple of guys casually go in, but I wasn't really like friends with them or anything. So I remember what it feels like to be terribly lonely. And this is why when I see you guys in Adonis school and the fact you can connect with someone who's so similar to you, like to the point that it's kind of freaky, like you both had the same kind of jobs. You both had the same actual job and then also like the business model that you've chose as well. Like there's so much overlap with the students inside of the school. So one question I was going to ask is, what's one interaction you've had in the community? One specific thing you can think of that like maybe made you smile or made you feel like you belong here?
I'd say on the first day when I joined the school, I went in the community bonding tab, and there was someone, Adam Knert,
Hmm.
and he was hosting a call in the evening. And I joined that a little bit nervous because I didn't know these people. I didn't know how people actually were in here, but it was just super easy talking to him. And like the more we talked to each other, it was just the more we got along. And I was like, oh, this guy's just like me. Like he goes to the gym, he's trying to make money, he's trying to like have a purpose. He's not a slob. So that was nice because it's rare you get to talk to people like that.
Mm. Yeah, Adam's a good guy, man. I spoke to him last night as well. I did like one of these calls with him, and he impressed me because I think he's 16 as well, isn't he?
No, he's 19.
Is he 19, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's on a gap year. Yeah, that's it. He finished school, so he's on a gap year now. And yeah, he's a top student. As you were saying this, it just clicked in my mind. I'm gonna write this down. Like, he'll be the guy who wins the Student of the Week award this week.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he's been killing it, man. He's been doing daily calls with like every single day. He's on a call with at least one of the students. Then recently,
Oh yeah, I'm in those calls. We have like a little group chat on
oh,
Discord.
how does
Yeah.
that feel?
What, sorry?
How does that feel?
To be honest, I haven't had much time for it, but I was listening in to one of the conversations the other week, the other day, and it's just super interesting hearing just like loads of other similar people's minds, and it's like they're all older than me as well, so it's great to instead of having people your age with the same experiences as you, it's like people with 3 years more experience who I get to talk to, or just not even talk to necessarily, but just listen from and get ideas from.
Mm. Yeah, that's gonna be insane for you, bro. Being 16 years old and being around guys who, not just they're older, but like actually good guys who are disciplined, who, they know about nofap and meditation and journaling, and it's guys who are talking about like discovering their purpose. Like it's such a particular group of guys we've got, which usually you just don't see this in men, particularly young guys. Like I'm sure like other kids your age in school I'm sure you'll agree, like they're kind of retarded, bro. Like they're just a lot of guys, just a lot of people in general. Like I don't mean to be hateful, but like they're very like simple-minded. Like they're just consumers. Like they believe whatever they see on the media, on the news, or whatever their parents say. They consume like mindless entertainment content, like whatever's just trending right now. That's what their worldview is. And then you have guys who are like 16 to 19 or maybe to like 22 years old and you guys are literally arguing with each other, talking about like not being degenerates, not even listening to music, like filtering your tap water, not watching porn, not following girls who are posting thirst traps, discovering your purpose instead of just trying to make money in like some way that doesn't give you any kind of fulfillment, and instead doing something that actually has some kind of meaningful contribution to people you care about. Like that's going to be awesome to surround yourself in a little group like that.
Yeah, it is really cool. And the thing you said about like people my age being kind of stupid, like simpletons, you say, is like for me, because I'm not the most academically smart, like they call me stupid
Mm.
and they can't look at it from like an outside of school perspective. But as soon as you like take those people and put them outside of school into just like anything like health topics, fitness topics, like actually like making money from something that's purposeful, it's like there's no one really in a school environment who you can have those kind of conversations with. So it's yeah, it's amazing having that kind of community with Adonis School.
Mm. Yeah, to be honest, I always thought I was a retard just by the way that I was treated in school, like by the teachers and the grades that I'd get and all like the preppy students, like the girls who sit at the front and they'd be getting A stars like every time. And like my brain
Mm.
barely worked. Like I couldn't even focus in school. And a large part of that was just like I found it stupid and pointless. And so I seemed like some simpleton who, wasn't gonna amount to anything. And not to like shit on those people, but I'm pretty sure I make more money than like my entire year group like put together now. Like maybe there's someone who's like an outlier, but like I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure the most successful people, I'm just guessing, are making maybe like 3K a month or something. I make that like every hour now, and I'm still a retard as well. I'm not even close to being at my potential. But it's just
Mm.
there's a quote which is like, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will think it's stupid for life. And I think like me and you, and I think a lot of the guys who are in Adonis school and the guys who might be watching this on YouTube, I think we are that fish. I don't think many of us, like these like young men who naturally have this inclination to watching like self-improvement videos, going to the gym and everything. I don't think the school system in any way like served us or used our strengths. And the moment that you're outside of the school system and it's like you discover the concept of improving your life, and now it's all about, okay, well, what do you want to study? What do you want to progress in? Like for example, with your fitness, you've probably done a bunch of research, watched a bunch of interesting videos, and then you've used that to get a result in real life. It's just that we didn't do so well with memorizing for a test that we didn't give a fuck about. But in actually getting results in life, like look at this fucking size of your biceps, bro. It's bigger than your head. It's like that's the test. That's the fucking A star. You're 16 years old and you've got fucking massive arms. That's the A star right there. And I wish, like, bro, I wish in school you got some kind of praise for that. And this is why, I jack my own dick when it comes to Adonis school, bro. This is why I'm so happy because it's like, you get praise for this. You get recognized for things like this because this, like, you're excelling in the test of life, and that matters way more than some grade and some test which you don't actually care about.
Yeah. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. And I'd just like to add something. You said you jack your own dick off when it comes to Adonis school, but
It's a good phrase, isn't
yeah,
it?
I was a bit confused to where you were going with that at first, but
What
but
kind of
I just like, but I'll add something to that because I'm sure a lot of people like who have always wanted to make money online and really just that alone, I'm sure they've bought courses in the past, and that was my situation. I bought one course which was like hundreds of pounds and one course which was like 20, 30. And the problem with the courses I bought in the past is I'd go through all the videos that they would give, and it just I'd just be then like, and now what? If I have extra questions, there's no community. There might be a community which is super inactive,
Mm,
but there's nowhere to really ask questions. And I never found them worth the value. So up until I joined Adonis School, I was like, oh, I'm never joining another course. I'm never going to buy another course. But I thought, you know what, this community might be the thing that makes it worth it. And all your courses are amazing, but for me personally, like having the community is definitely the best thing.
mm,
100%.
yeah. Right, along with the courses, what do you think about if we like compare the full guides that are inside of Adonis School versus the content that you consume on social media for free? What's the difference?
Your content or just content in
Like,
general.
in general, that because sometimes I have people who say, "Oh, you can just watch like stuff online for free. You don't really need courses." What do you think about that?
I would say the fact that all the courses are put together in one place where you can find it all, it's like a library of everywhere is organized and you don't have to go searching. And because it's from you and like, well, everyone who joins Adonis School is going to trust you. It's like you don't have to worry about going on YouTube and coming across some scammer who's just trying to make up a load of bullshit. So I like that about the courses, how they're all organized from someone I trust.
Mm. Yeah, good point. Like if the free YouTube videos have already helped you, then this is just one big step further, right? My YouTube videos are like 10, 15 minutes long. And unfortunately, I have to admit, like I'm making them short to help you. But also, I do have to try and make them get views and have like a good viewer retention. So I'm playing some games, and there's certain things I'm not saying on there because of the fact that it's like very public. When you have a course that's like 4, 5, 6 hours long, that's huge. If the 10, 20-minute videos are helping you, this is like 10 times more. But I
Mm.
actually think, like me and Adam were speaking about this yesterday. I think that the best part about them personally, just as like, I'm the guy who's creating them, so I'll tell you the truth, is like the only intention I have with them is that you genuinely get a result in real life. When I make a YouTube video, unfortunately, I also want to get views. But when I make the course, when I make these full guides in Adonis School, there's no like view count or anything, right? You've already given me your money. So for me, the only incentive is like, the only sort of desire is that you actually get the real life results. So if it's a course on like attracting a girl, it's not like one of my like 7 tips to get girls videos where I'm just kind of hooking your attention. It's like literally I want you to get a girlfriend from this full guide, because if you do, it makes the full guide and it makes Adonis School as a whole look better. So imagine like me being sat there for 6 hours, or even if it's a 6 hour course it takes me about like 20 hours, literally thinking like, how do I get someone like Harry to take this advice and get the result? I'll spend like an hour sat there thinking about that, writing down ideas. How should I say something? Should I tell this story or this one? I'm not trying to hook attention because I'm just assuming you'll watch it eventually. I'm literally just thinking, how do I get you this result? And that's powerful, right? Having someone like me, like on your side, thinking like, I want him to use this. It's not about me and my gain because you've already bought into the program at that point. Is I'm just trying to get you the results. I actually think that's the best part of it.
Yeah, and I'm sure it feels a lot more meaningful to you knowing this is going to help people as well, instead of just thinking, oh, I'll just give him some shit like a lot of influencers, I'm sure do just give a load of shit. I'm sure that feels good on your behalf, on your half, like knowing you are actually helping people because like you're the reason I meditate. Like you're literally the reason I do that. So through your like YouTube course, for example, you're now helping me get to a point where I can grow an audience who teaches people. So I do day trading, which I know it's got like a scammy reputation, but I don't think so. I can get to a point through your YouTube course where I can then show people day trading so they can find a purpose like I have.
Mm, yeah, and yeah, like you said, it's fulfilling for me. Like when I see a student post like his wins, especially if it's a guy like I've personally spoke to over the weeks for the months, and I've personally helped him. Like let's say with the post you wrote before, and I replied to it. When I see you
Hmm.
over time keep making more and more progress, and then you achieve like some big win. Let's say you end up meeting some awesome girl, you make her your girlfriend. She says yes. I've seen those posts. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I literally like start shouting out loud. I saw one from Paras. He's like 21 years old. He used one of the money courses we've got, and he made $1,000. And when I saw it, like he made $1,000 in one sale, bro. So when I saw it, I shouted out loud, and I was so happy. And like a day later, he got another $1,000 sale. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like this, I was like, hype as fuck, right? Because obviously, I feel like he's the one who's done the work, but I feel like I've contributed in some ways. And with YouTube, with like content online, you don't really see this. People will comment like, "Oh, Hamza, you've helped me. You've changed my life." And I wish it kind of affected me more, but it doesn't. But like seeing a student who I've literally went on a call with, like you, like me, I've seen you on calls like for the last few weeks now. It's like seeing you get some big achievements. That's actually the most fun part of this. My income going from like 100K to 125 per month. It's like, bro, it makes no fucking difference to me. I don't even own a shirt. It's like I don't even spend money. Like my
Yeah.
my apartment is like, it's nice and stuff, but it costs me like 1% of my monthly profit. I don't really spend that much money or anything. I'm quite a simple guy. So for me, the fun in all doing this, because I could have retired. I did retire when I was like 25. I don't know if you knew, but like I retired for like a couple of months. I had videos
Was
stacked.
this in 2022?
Yeah, around that point, and then 2023, the start of it. Basically, once I hit like 1.5 million subscribers and I fired the team and everything, I had like more than enough money to not need to work for probably about like 5 to 10 years. And like it was just boring. I just wanted to like help the boys more. And this is why I love the school because it's like I get so much fulfillment just seeing you guys get like wholesome results. And then this is why we've made the values in Adonis School like a lot more wholesome and like anti-degenerate recently. Because now that I'm actually not thinking about getting sales, I'd rather not teach you like degenerate shit and I'd rather you actually get like a real good win. I'd rather you get a girlfriend rather than, just attracting some girl who's not high quality. So this is why we've made some changes in there, which has just made it more fulfilling for me and then actually more beneficial for you guys.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. One last
And
question. Oh, go on.
yeah, I guess that. No, no, you go, you go.
The last question is, what do you say to the guy who's watching this, who's like you, but he's considering joining Adonis School, but he's a little bit unsure.
I think you need to be willing to take risks. And if you're not willing to just risk £100, $120 to join Adonis School, I don't think you want it bad enough. Like I don't think you want to achieve your dreams bad enough because having the access to talk to other like-minded, like high-value individuals is a massive step in the right direction. So yeah, I'd just say why wouldn't you want to? It just seems logical, to be honest. I mean, I never really thought about it. I just one day noticed. To be honest, like I've been watching you about 2 years, but I never really looked into your your course. And one day I was like, "Oh, I'll check out Hamza's course," and it's just no brainer, buy straight away.
Mm.
I don't see why people need to consider it really.
Why do you think you were like that when other people who still, they're similar, they've watched me for a few years, their lives have been changed, they meditate or go to the gym because of the videos they watched of me. But when they see Adonis School, they don't buy it even though they can afford it. Why do you think certain people are like, why do you think you just bought it instantly instead of having like the period of a month of like thinking about it?
Because I've already got so much value from you. And I know this is a thing like Alex Hormozy talks about, isn't it? Where you give value to the viewer, and then once they feel like they trust you from the free value,
Mm.
then it's more likely they'll go into like a paid kind of thing. And I feel like in my mind, I just thought, well, I've already got so much value from you for free that even if everything in here was useless, so let's just say, I still wouldn't mind, even if I felt like it wasn't worth it, because I've already got so much value over the last 2 years from you already.
Mm. Yeah, awesome. Appreciate your time today, bro.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the opportunity to do this because I was kind of nervous to do this, to be honest. But it's definitely got me out my comfort zone doing this call.
Mm. That's it, man. That's what we're doing inside of Adonis School, and I appreciate you taking the time for this, but also just being like an active student. Like I said, like I've seen you in a bunch of the calls we've done so far, and hearing that you've been joining the ones with Adam and the boys as well, it warms my heart, man. Like I genuinely feel like Harry, like you belong here amongst the guys here. I genuinely feel that.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. We'll talk soon, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice
See
one.
you later.
Bye bye.